What's up, everybody? Welcome to a beautiful Thursday. Thank you for being here. I'm so honored that you guys showed up to be a part of this call. Feel free to invite anyone to see this. This is also streaming live on Facebook. So I see a lot of beautiful and handsome people out there in the crowd. And I wanted to thank you so much for taking some time out of your Thursday to take a listen to what I've got to share with you. And I think you're going to like it because it applies to everyone on the planet that has a mouth and that eats food. So I think this is going to be something that will resonate quite well. So anyways, you guys, right now I've got an amazing 30-day system that I've been working with for over a year and a half, and I totally love it. It's called the Ultimate Lifestyle Transformation from Purium. It comes in this box. Actually, these boxes are getting smaller because we're thinning it out. We're moving out away from plastic, non-reusable plastics going by the wayside by the end of this year. That's the goal, saving 9,000 pounds or 9,000 tons of plastic by the end of 2021, something like that. Just a lot of plastic going away, not going in the ocean. We're going to renewable packaging using bamboo, composite, and tree sap packaging. And I want to share with you the importance of this cleanse. Now, what is it? It's called the Ultimate Lifestyle Transformation. It literally is that. A lot of people look at doing like a 30-day whatever as some kind of a fad diet or something that's going to be a one and done. This right here is to transform your life forever. It's going to help you to instill new healthy habits into your life and break some old habits. Take a vacation from processed food, junk food. I don't know if you guys are aware, but I'm very much aware now in my life that the majority of the foods, so-called foods you see in the grocery store, are in fact not really foods. They're processed, they're junk foods, they're in plastic. Some of them actually even have plastic in the ingredients. The average American eats about a credit card size worth of microplastics every month of their life. That blows my mind. And there's foods like Fruity Pebbles and other sugary cereals and Subway bread that actually has plastic in the food. They use plastic as something that's actually allowed by the FDA. So no measure of health to be well adjusted to a profoundly sick society. So we're stepping it up. We've got the lifestyle guide here to guide you through your 30 days. This thing is amazing. It tells you everything you need to know about actually how to eat, right? Most people think they know how to eat. They know how to open their mouth, chew it up, and swallow it down. Well, most people also think they know how to breathe too, but they don't, because most people are upper respiratory mouth breathers. So this gets you in touch with how to eat the right foods, when to eat the right foods, what foods serve your body, and the flex foods that you can eat while you're doing this 30-day ultimate lifestyle transformation. It's not one of those diets where you are having to use willpower to get yourself through the entire 30 days. This is about making better decisions, like I said before, and ending those urges to eat junk food. Because what is the urge for junk food? It's basically parasites and other harmful bacteria, fungi in your gut biome, unhealthy microorganisms that are playing on your nerves. You have lots of nerves in your gut. You know, the gut's referred to as the second brain. So it's actually got more nerve endings in your gut than you do in your brain. So through this system, we're gonna get rid of some of those unhealthy parasites and toxic things that have been building up in your gut for so long, and we're going to restore the gut. So this is restorative. It's nutritious, it's restorative, and it's easy to maintain, which is the key, because most people go through these different diet plans, these fad diets, and they just end up right back where they started, if not worse, when all is said and done. So we start off with our main flagship product in this 30-day bad boy, and this is the Power Shake. This is where it all began. This is the bread and butter, even though it's vegan, organic, gluten-free, kosher, and non-GMO. This right here is composed of several different raw greens. You say raw, how's it be raw? It's powdered, right? Well, it's raw because we have a proprietary dehydration process, which dehydrates our greens through a masticating juicer that goes down a tube. It's about 100-foot long tube with fans. It cools it and it dehydrates it at 88 degrees Fahrenheit. And by the time this cold pressed juice gets to the bottom, it's a crystalline powder that when you add water to, it becomes raw living enzyme rich food. So that's amazing. That's amazing because you have shelf stable food that's actually raw food. I love it. And this right here has stuff like wheatgrass, spirulina, barley grass, alfalfa leaf, all these things that are really good. Hemoglobin feeding chlorophyll A rich foods. Chlorophyll is a perfect match to the hemoglobin in the blood. So if you look at each of those compounds, you look at your blood, at the center of your blood is iron, at the center of chlorophyll, edible chlorophyll A foods is magnesium. So magnesium and iron connecting together to optimize your health. Eating greens is what most people need to do more of and don't do enough of. You get 6 superfood salads worth of greens, organic greens in this bad boy right here. So how are you going to get 6 superfood salads in a day otherwise? You're not. So unless you eat 6 salads every single day, it's a lot of work. Juicing's a lot of prep. This right here has also got gluten-free grains like chia seed, like amaranth, like what else we got in here? We got rice bran solubles, these healthy fats and proteins, these healthy fats that build adiponectin. Adiponectin is a hormone in your body that actually is a fat that burns fat. That's amazing to me. When I learned about that, there's this kind of misnomer in our society that you want to get on a low fat diet to lose weight. If weight loss is your goal, which this isn't a weight loss program, but if you are trying to lose weight, it's not about staying away from fats. It's about staying away from the wrong kinds of fats. And most importantly, it's about staying away from processed foods, especially processed sugar. So there's no artificial flavors, artificial sweeteners, artificial fillers, binders, excipients. Nothing about this is artificial. It's all real, living, raw, organic food, which is amazing. Amazing, right? Raw organic food. Who doesn't love that? The body was meant to consume lots and lots of greens, organic greens. What's organic mean? Is it a catchword for hippies? Well, maybe, but organic USDA certified means that there is no chemical pesticides in the food like glyphosate. Glyphosate is the chemical found in Roundup. It's in everything. It's in the air, water, soil. It's in our bodies. Every human being that's been ever tested since the late 70s has tested positive for having glyphosate in their body. It's Roundup, basically, from our not so friendly friends at Monsanto, now owned by Bayer, you know, the aspirin company. Bayer has a notorious past. Talk about that later if you ever want to, how they tested on human beings during World War II and all this other stuff. But this is a company that we're fighting against by making healthier decisions and getting that stuff out of our body. So this right here, organic grains, gluten-free grains, organic greens, all raw, all easy to serve. All you need to do is add water and 5.5 tablespoons of this with 20 ounces of water. It's your full serving and beyond of organic greens every day. Lots of protein in there too. And it tastes great because the appleberry flavor here has lemon and apple and Lohan Guo, which is a very sweet melon, the sweetest melon there is on the planet, and a little bit of carrot juice with those rice bran solubles. Tastes amazing. Tastes amazing. And we're moving into these Terra pouches now. So we're getting rid of the plastic. We're going into the Power Shake here, and a lot of our other products is going into these Terra pouches made of bamboo, composite, hemp, and tree sap. So when you're done with this, you just peel off the sticker and you put it right in the ground. You can even plant a tree in this thing and good to go. It has about 1,000 hours and it completely returns back to soil. And you get 2 of those in the pack. So you've got, in this ultimate lifestyle transformation, you have 60 days worth of proteins, fruits, greens, and everything that the human body needs to sustain itself. So if you're a prepper and you're worrying about these end of days maybe coming along, my friend Nancy knows she's got herself a few of these in the basement. You want to put these away because shelf stable raw food, where are you going to find that anywhere? I don't know anyone else that has shelf stable raw food. enzymatically rich, mineral rich, all the good stuff. So the Power Shake is the flagship. I got to have that every day, 1 or 2 of those every single day. And when you're doing the 30-day transformation, that guide I just showed you here, this is going to walk you through. There's 3 different ways to do it. I'll help you walk through it too if you need my support. They've got QR codes, everything to show you what you can and can't eat if you want to optimize your 30-day transformation. And guys, it's easy. If you're super, super toxic, if you've been eating Taco Bell for the last 17 years, it might be a little harder because you might, have a little bit of detoxification symptoms, but I can see most of you guys out here looking pretty healthy, looking pretty good. So it's not going to take as much work for the average human being to get healthy on this plan. The second thing I want to share with you guys is 5 key products in here, and they're awesome, is the Super Amino 23s. These things are a lifesaver, game changer. These things you want to optimize your health. These things are pre-digested amino acids. There's 8 essential amino acids in this. And so what are amino acids? We hear that all the time. I used to think like Bragg's, Bragg's aminos you put on your salads or whatever. No, this is actually 8 of the essential amino acids, stuff like L-theanine, leucine, and there's 8 different ones. I don't pretend to be a scientist and know all these, but these are the 8 that the body most essentially needs. And there's 9 that the human body thrives on. As I come to understand, the 9th one is in like everything that we eat, so we don't need an excess of it. So right here, you've got all the amino acids. Amino acids are the building blocks for protein. Proteins is what builds muscle in the body. This is actually a patented formula called the MAP, which stands for Master Amino Acid Pattern. Master Amino Acid Pattern is, like I said, pre-digestive, which means when you swallow it, it goes directly from your stomach into your bloodstream within 23 minutes. And it contains a 99.5% net nitrogen utilization. Now, what does that mean? Some big words, talking fancy. Well, net nitrogen utilization means that 99.5% or more of this is converted into protein, into muscle. When you eat like meat, or if you're a vegetarian, you eat like soy or tempeh or something else, or anything that has protein in it, you're going to get about maximum 35 to 40% of the actual protein and amino acids from that into your food, into your body. So your body works less, it works smarter, not harder when you're taking these. You don't have to masticate the food. You can chew these up or swallow them whole. And within 23 minutes, you're seeing gains. They were developed for patients on bed rest, coma patients, and even people who had lost their stomach to cancer, had been removed. They were given this. And this product is very gentle on the system and very easily absorbed into the body. I love it. And you can notice when you're taking this for a couple of months, you'll notice that you start to build more muscle even without working out, which I love. All right. So the next product, one of the other game changers is these first 3 are like probably my favorites. As far as the effectiveness on up-leveling the human body and its health, is the Biome Medic. I love that name, or a friend of mine calls it Biome Medic, but it's like the Biomedic is, this is where I was talking about glyphosate, that Roundup that's everywhere in our air, water, and soil. It's omnipresent. And if you got like dogs and cats, they're walking around in like lawns that have been sprayed with Roundup, or, biofuels, like monocropped, like corn, rice, wheat, canola. These are the most contaminated crops that we have in the world because they use synthetic fertilizers and they use pesticides so that they can grow the same crop over and over again. These are the kind of things that happened that led to the Dust Bowl back in the 30s, trying to grow the same crop. But then they figured out, instead of rotating crops, they could add synthetic petroleum fertilizers that were used as like weapons in wars. They could use that on the soil, and it would add more nitrogen into the soil, and it would allow like green fruits to grow. Problem with that is these are nutrient deprived, toxic foods that are toxic at a cellular level. So glyphosate and other stuff like atrazine, they're embedded into the cell of the food. So if you're not buying organic foods that are truly organic, you're getting conventional foods that are toxic at a cell level. So you can't wash off the glyphosate. It's in the cells of the food. So these big fruits, these apples that are massive and perfectly looking, conventionally grown. Most organic foods look like real foods that you see growing on a tree. So the Biomedic, this is a super probiotic. It's made from a wheat germ spore. It has such a low amount of gluten in it because it's from the sprout of the lactospore of wheat germ that it goes into the stomach and it gently removes excessive buildup of mucilage, which is the mucous membrane lining of the stomach. It runs all the way from your mouth to out the back. Your entire intestines are lined with this. And what that does is it helps filter out toxins that make themselves known to the body. But in reality, most human beings are eating processed foods, stuff with that glyphosate, stuff with chemicals, stuff that use synthetic fertilizers and all this stuff, or it's just handled as dirty at the store. And when you're eating it, your body doesn't know how to handle it. So most people, by the time they're in their 30s, are inflamed, even if they don't look overweight. And 70% of Americans are overweight and 40% obese. But by the time you're in the 30s, you have some kind of chronic inflammation going on, unless you've been eating organic your whole life. Or organic, as they used to call it, was just regular food. Now, because everything is used and sprayed, like it saves money for the big agriculture companies. So it's worth their while to make more money off getting bigger yields, but it's to your detriment because you're consuming like what you think is cheaper. And I'm going to go with the cheap food. You're getting toxic food. So this stuff right here goes in there. It restores the gut villi. These villi, these little hairs that you have inside of your intestine, and that brings nutrition into the bloodstream through the mucilage. And most people have excessive mucilage, which leads to stuff like leaky gut, which is gut dysbiosis. So it actually means you're getting like toxins and poop into the blood through the intestine, when normally it would go through the colon and the other organs and filter it out, and then you just come out, the normal way it comes out of your body. But this stuff right here, what it does is it removes that excessive mucilage in your body, and that it restores the villi. And this stuff was actually clinically studied, and clinically studied means that human beings took this for 6 weeks, and they found that in all the studies of human beings that were taking this on a standard American diet, the SAD diet, which is like, whatever, I don't care, I'm just a human garbage disposal. Like if you're eating like pizza and chips and French fries and hot dogs and, sugary coffee drinks and all that stuff, that's a standard American diet, leading to chronic inflammation, and chronic inflammation is leading to all these mystery illnesses that everyone's having these days. Taking this for 6 weeks on a standard American diet, the patients were shown that they had a 74% reduction in glyphosate in their gut biome. That's amazing, because glyphosate can't be washed out, it can't be removed, but this stuff right here helps expel it. This, with those deep greens in the power shake combined, is a superpower in getting all those heavy metals. Glyphosate is a chemical weed killer, desiccant, getting all that out of your body. And I don't know anything out there. This is one of the things that sold me on Purium in the first place. I don't know anything else that can remove glyphosate from the gut. I know there's other things that can do it in a small way, but nothing as much as that Biomedic. That Biomedic is fire. It really is. It does great. And combining those with these other products is just, it's off the hook. You get 2 bags of those in your first month. And I take the Biomedic every single day, just like I do the Power Shake and the Super Aminos every day. Those are my core 3. Like if I have to pick 3 things to take every single day, I could live off of those. Of course, I love food and I love eating other stuff, but one other product, I got 2 more left. Thank you guys for being here. Woo! Is the Super CleansR, the Super CleansR. And this really is, this goes in and gives you a deep restorative cleanse. You can't take this every day because it's some powerful herbs right here. And what this does, towards the end of your 30 days, you're going to take this for 10 days. And what this does is some powerful herbs. It's got stuff like clove, wormwood, Cascara sagrada bark, which is a powerful antimicrobial, has a little bit of a stimulant effect. It's got a senna leaf, which is good with fiber, helps with peristalsis. Peristalsis is your gut moving things through, helping you poop. When the doctor puts the stethoscope to your belly, he's listening for that berberigamus. It's that sound like woo, woo, woo. You hear your stomach going, you feel kind of embarrassed. It's basically natural. You need to have that movement in your gut. That means things are flowing, the juices are moving, and you're pooping better. So this stuff right here, it breaks egg cycles. It helps reduce candida, which is a fungus parasite in the stomach, all different kinds of parasites. And these different herbs have been used throughout the world. So like Cascara sagrada is a South American herb. Wormwood grows all around North America and Europe. And clove, everybody knows clove. It's a disinfectant, natural, antimicrobial, antibacterial. And so that stuff kills the egg cycles of worms. We've all got parasites in our body, so don't be weirded out like, oh my God, I got a parasite. We all have like a bunch of microorganisms. Our body's made up of more microorganisms that are not us than are us. So our body's a very complex system of microorganisms that actually make us who we are. So whenever you're eating these healthy foods, you can think of it as like you're building new eyeballs, you're building new ears, you're just building your entire body over again. You become a completely new person every 7 years if you consider that everything that you are becomes regenerated over a 7-year period. So it's pretty amazing to think about. The last product I want to share with you guys today is the Apothe-Cherry. This thing right here is like a fine wine at the end of the day. You know, like I don't drink. I used to be in the craft beer world and I live for great beer and great wine, but now I don't do alcohol because alcohol is a neurotoxin and it's a gut toxin. It destroys the microbiome of the stomach, which is all those little organisms that we need to help digest our food. This stuff right here is made 100% of Tart Cherry. It's organic, of course, because Purium's all organic and non-GMO. This is USDA certified organic. We get our cherries from North Italy where they don't spray the glyphosate. And most of the crops of Tart Cherry in America are owned by Coca-Cola. And, you know, Coca-Cola is a monopoly. They're one of the biggest polluters in the world, the biggest plastic polluter. So this right here is organic Tart Cherry. Why Tart Cherry? Of all these things, why do we need Tart Cherry? Well, I didn't realize this before. I knew that like eating like dark berries was really good for you. They're high in antioxidants. They measure it as like an ORAC count, which means how many free radicals their ability to remove in the body. Well, Tart Cherry is great because it works upon the pineal gland in the brain, which is, some people think of it as like a third eye, but we literally have a gland in where our third eye would be called the pineal gland. And that gland regulates melatonin and serotonin and other hormones in our body. But those two hormones are responsible for our circadian rhythm. And when our eyes get exposed to light in the morning, if we're living like most humans do, we'll start to produce serotonin. Serotonin is a happy hormone. It makes you feel awake and alive. So, and melatonin, at the end of the day, when the lights go down, it helps produce that hormone in the body, which helps us to wind down. It's a reparative, restorative hormone that helps us with deep sleep. And for one thing, I realized all these pillars of health, I think about exercise, I think about eating right, I think about meditation. But one thing that's so overlooked, and I think it's one of the most important pillars to focus on, is sleep. Sleep is so important, and not enough Americans especially get good sleep, about 5-6 hours a night. People say, I'll sleep when I'm dead. All these things that we know about because it's like grind. But like we really need restorative rest. And this stuff, this Apothe-Cherry here, this stuff helps with restorative sleep, lucid dreams, and gets right into the brain and resets us. It helps like repair muscles. So this is an important healthy hormone. These packs come with, like, you can get a little measuring tape. It comes with, you get 2 of those Apothe-Cherries too in your thing. So you get a full supply. And the pack here also comes with a shaker. I have the shaker around here somewhere. Oh, here it is. We've got these new stainless steel shakers. These are awesome. You know, we're moving away from the plastic. And a little ball in there, shake it up, make a smoothie, a little power shake, whatever you want to put in that. It's awesome. And yeah, so that is the product portion of it. I want to call in my friend Nancy, who had an amazing transformation. And Nancy lost a bunch of weight. And this is not a weight loss program, but if you can stand to lose some weight, you will. The average person that does this 30-day transformation loses about 25 pounds in their first 30 days. It also, if you're skinny or underweight, it can help with that too, because like I said, it builds muscle. It helps you build muscle where you need it, lose weight where you need it, redistributes, you know, what you need where you need it. So Nancy, I'd love to have you pop on here and share with us a little bit about your first 30 days and where you are at right now. Welcome.
Thank you. It's nice to see you guys. I feel like it's been forever. So it's been forever. I feel like that. So anyway, I started this amazing journey a couple months ago, but my story began in 2014. And that's when my life was starting to change. I was being an empty nester. My oldest was going to college, and life was just taking turns that were unexpected for me. I had a lot of stress, but I used that stress to be very fit, to do Tough Mudders and shape dashes, and I did Iron Girls and things like that. Was never really healthy in the sense of strength, but I had a determination that got me through every course. So then in 2017, I started to notice a little lack of energy, getting headaches, starting with vertigo, and then ended up with chronic migraines daily. I had extreme inflammation in my hands and my knees. I had brain fog. I wasn't thinking clearly, and I could not figure out what was happening. And of course, traditional medicine didn't agree with me. I didn't agree with it to begin with, but I cannot do traditional pharmacy, and I refuse to. So doctors and I went back and forth with blood work. I did allow that, and they found nothing. You know, first we get the diagnosis of lupus, then I had early Alzheimer's, early dementia, maybe it's MS, maybe it's osteoarthritis, maybe it's rheumatoid, things like that. And it wasn't. Then they said it's Lyme's, then they said it's fibromyalgia. So I got off of that train and was doing a lot of research on my own. Then the sudden passing of my dad threw more stress into my life. And I had just come off of like a year of bed. I was in bed for a year because I just could not handle standing up for a long period of time. I also couldn't handle having my eyes open with the migraines. So I kind of lived in the dark for a while. Then this beautiful being of light, I saw him on social media, and that's when I reached out to Angelo and said to him, here's my issues. He said, you know, first, tell me about your health journey. So I told him, and the whole time, just like in tears, typing to him, I need help. I don't know what else to do. I've been to nutritionists. They don't know what else to do. I'm getting depressed, you know, losing like that zing that I love. And so he turned it back on me and said, give me your whys. Like, why are you looking for this? What are you looking for? And I said, I am looking for the relief that I give my clients as a holistic healer for myself. And I know that I'm missing something and I need to find it. And he said, okay. So we talked about the ULT. I said, absolutely. He's like, don't rush. I want you to really think about this. And I said, I need this. I need to do this. I'm committed 100%. And I did it. Within a few days, I was like getting all sassy again and just being like, woohoo. And, you know, dancing in the kitchen. My husband, I looked at him one morning and I was like, do you feel amazing? And he was like, I feel great. And he goes, I know you are, because you got that little zip back. And so not only is it just the physical benefits of feeling amazing, sleeping well, being healthy, being happy, clear-minded, clear eyesight, you know, just not having headaches, being able to sleep better without any sleeping medications. That was the one thing that I was on, was Zolpidem, and it was 10 milligrams because I just kept thinking how I was going to heal myself. So with the Tart Cherry, amazing. Both of us are sleeping great. The most incredible side effect that I suffered was, you know, a little over 20 pounds. My husband lost almost 30. But as of now, I'm holding strong. I'm still losing weight, but gaining lean muscle, which has been very hard for me. I have that long, lean body structure. I don't have that compact muscle. So having those amino 23s are very important to me. I'm so excited. that I just get to, I can't sit still. I'm like, I need to go run. I need to go walk. I need to go do this. I need to hike. I need to, and also having the aminos and that power shake that I just pour into my water bottle. It's amazing. It's amazing. And the worst part about this whole thing is now I have to buy new clothes. So that's that.
It's a good problem to have. Thanks,
right?
Nancy. Thank you so much. I love the way you tell your story. It made my heart sing to know that this is really helping people. I know from my own experience, it's helped me so much as a brain cancer survivor and someone with chronic epilepsy in my life. This really helped me to, eat less, but gain more and really get rid of those cravings for junk food, which has plagued me my whole life. So after we do the ultimate lifestyle transformation, usually my clients will do a second one. Like if you're like me, I did 2 in a row, but we also have this little core 4, which is basically those 4 products without the super cleanser, half the amount. So you get the power shake, you get the aminos, the Biomedic, and the Apothe-Cherry in that, which is a great little maintenance. I recommend everybody take that every month at least. But there's a lot of other products that Purium has that are super amazing. Like there's all different kinds of greens that you can take. There's all kinds of other probiotics, and all the stuff that we do is of pure and premium, hence the name Purium. And real quick, I want to talk about the business opportunity, because I'd be remiss not to share that with any of you guys out there looking to make yourself a little side bit of money, or even do this full time, because this is a network marketing model as well. But the only buy-in for it is to purchase your own food and do it. So if you buy an ultimate lifestyle transformation, you can become a brand partner. There's lots of support within the company, and we have a great compensation plan. There's lots of people in this business that are making a lot of money helping a lot of people. And I think the thing about this is the more people that you help, the more a side effect of that, like Nancy would say, or a symptom of that, is actually you can make money helping people to help themselves, and then they help other people. That's what I like about this model, is that it actually, one of our core values in Purium is integrity, and another one is quality and customer orientation. So we guarantee all of our products from when you buy them for 60 days. So if you try to ultimate lifestyle transformation, you don't like it for any reason, which I have never seen anyone yet not, but if anything's wrong at all, the company will refund you 100%. And I think that's great, because you don't have to buy in. It used to be when I started, you had to become a brand partner. You had to pay $200. Right now, they're offering it for free with any of these packs. Even with the core 4, you could become a brand partner. But I would say think long and hard if that's something you want to do. Let's talk about that. But I'm more concerned about you guys getting healthy, because when you're healthy, you're in a better position to make better decisions for yourself every day. I didn't realize how messed up my gut and my mind was for so long, because, we've normalized sickness in our society to a certain degree, looking around everybody not so healthy. And you go into a grocery store, you see how much junk there is in there. None of it's really food. So getting a cheap, affordable, organic, non-GMO foods like this, the ultimate lifestyle transformation figures out to about just under $11 a day, which is like, I don't know about you guys, but I like to have a couple matcha lattes that pay more than that. So, or you can go to, Starbucks or Dunkin' Donuts or somewhere, and you can get yourself a couple of drinks, and you're going to be spending more money than that. So the greatest investment you can make is in your own health. And I've never done anything like this before with network marketing or multi-level marketing, but this stuff has really shown me how valuable it is. Like juicing is great. I did that for years. I've been juicing most of my life, but the cleanup and the cost of buying organic fruits and vegetables every single day and the commitment, this just makes it really simple and easy. It's a no-brainer. Where you're going to get wheatgrass and all these other great greens and gluten-free grains on the go. This is amazing. So I want to thank you guys all for coming here today. I see my friend Shiva's in the crowd. I see my friend Allison is here, and all you other guys out here today. I love you all so much, and I'm grateful for your presence. This is about a community thing too for me. Like even people that I don't directly work with in Purium, like Shiva is one of my dear friends. His story is very impactful. I want to get you in here on one of these calls, Shiva. Your testimonial blows my mind. all you guys in here that I know, who you guys have mind-blowing stories, and it's like that's normal with this. People having their mind blown and their health transformed. It's like par for the course with this, and it's easy. That's the thing. Most transformation programs out there, they're all about willpower and how hard it is to stick on it. And they'll send you like these crappy meals that you take every once in a while, or they're not organic, or they're full of sugars and fillers. None of that in Purium. So consider this. And if you have any questions, I'm your boy. Hit up anybody in Purium. Get yourself healthy today, because you know what? Health is wealth, and you are the greatest investment. So make it, baby. Thank you, guys. I love you. I'm going to stop the recording now. And if any of you guys want to chime in, then let her rip, y'all.
Dude, amazing presentation, bro.